excited that you guys are all here and spending this time listening to us. We're just going to hop right on in this. We call this the Other Side Call because we are a group of millennials who just want to take a stand. We notice that in society, looks like there's been this line drawn in the sand where a majority of people are either really unhappy with the way they look and feel or really unhappy with their finances. And we as millennials have found an option and a way to change all of that. So we want to invite you to take a look at this other side, see what we're up to, and then make a decision if it's something that you want to tag along with us and link arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop it right on over to my girl Abby, and she's going to share a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. I'm so excited to be talking with you guys tonight. I know like the whole other side, it kind of came into my life. I would say within this past year, I'm actually a senior at the University of Northern Iowa, and I actually basically went to school to play soccer. That was like my passion, and I was a health major. So I thought I had it all figured out in terms of like everything health, you know? But I was like, you know, open to learning more about nutrition because I was like, anything that can make me better, healthier, look better, feel better. I was like, okay, like I need it. I literally used to have all the supplements and all that. And through like all of my coaches, all the people I've met through doctors and researchers, they tell you that food is like the most important thing. Like take care of your diet, 80% diet, 20% what actually goes on in the gym. And so I was like, okay, I want to learn about food. And so what, you know, we partner with a company, and we'll talk about more how you can own your life with this company. But first it talks about like, what can we do for ourselves and to have a story that we can share with others. And so it really ties back to food. So there's micronutrients and macronutrients, and like my sweat, I just got done working out, and I'm excited to tell you about how I feel myself. So with the micronutrients, you know, our bodies are a lot like cars in terms of how we fuel it. And so every 3,000 miles, we're supposed to change the oil in our car. And if we don't, like our car will keep running. I've literally tested that probably for the past like 6 years of my life. But you're going to have breakdowns. The same thing's true with our bodies. Like you may think you are healthy. You may think that you're as fit as you can be. You think you've tried everything. But the thing is if we're not getting in those like 9 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies every day, and that doubles if you're an athlete, then we're not changing our oil. So getting those micronutrients is really important for like, you know, we can get all sciencey and say like the oxidative stress and the free radicals in our body. Long story short, this is, it's called plant powders, and what they do, I'll show you. This is like a little capsule, and what's different about this is we have nutrition facts instead of supplement facts, because our body does not absorb supplements because it's not real food, and our body doesn't recognize it as real food. So I, every morning, take my 45 fruits and veggies through my capsules, so my micronutrients, and then my macronutrients, so that's a lot like gas in a car. If your car runs out of gas, your car's not going to go. Same things with our bodies. A lot of people are feeling fatigue, whether you're not eating enough food or you're not eating the right food. That's where our plant powders come into play. And this is just plant protein, so better if you like know much about plant buzz right now. Basically, it's way better for our bodies. I won't go into depth there, but we have chocolate and vanilla in big bags, little bags. These are my favorite because they're so convenient. But I have these not only in shakes, but put it in my oatmeal. I won't get started about all the different ways you can use them, but I love it. I've been using it for about a year, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But what I think is the most important part, if you're looking to put good things in your body, is it's the most researched nutritional product in the world. And if that doesn't say anything, like that doesn't make something go off in your brain, I don't know it will, because research is legit, and it's not just another blogger telling you make you be the healthiest thing. So with that, I'm going to pass it off to the next speaker, and I'm so excited to hear what they have to say.
Ashton, do you want to share your story and what these plant products have done for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Sweet. So I've just got started with this shred. My first shred was last month. I got introduced to it like, 2 months ago, not even, I don't know. But I was really excited to get started. I was a collegiate athlete as well, all through college, and then I kind of transitioned out of that. And no one really told you that after being a collegiate athlete, your body adjusts so hard. Like, I mean, you go from burning so many calories a day and kind of being able to eat what you want and not really see the effects on your body for a long period of time. And then out of nowhere, it hits you like a ton of bricks. And I hated that feeling. I hate not feeling my body at its optimal, ability to be able to run down the street or to really just do anything, to just go out dancing with my friends was kind of like a struggle at times. So I was really excited when I got introduced to this, to the Juice Plus and to the Shred, because I wanted to get back to health. I wanted to get my body back to an even flow and kind of even out everything I've kind of just thrown at myself with finishing up college and starting a new full-time job and just all the stress. It really took a toll on me. So when I went and started with the Shred, I kept up my exercise, going back to, I exercise pretty much every single day, but I wasn't getting optimal results because I still didn't have the nutrition I was needing. I didn't have time to get all those fruits and vegetables into my diet as hard as I tried. I just didn't have time. I travel a lot for work. I travel a lot for fun, and I'm never really home to make sure I have my broccoli and my chicken and my potatoes made out for myself. So the Shred was perfect for me. And through my first Shred, the changes in my body were amazing. Incredible, really. I went from, I've always had self-confidence issues, but with the Shred, it was just kind of like reminding me that I can get back to where I was and I can get my body back to being the optimal of health. And I love that feeling. I love knowing that I have something so easy and so simple to follow in this regimen that I can follow super, super easy. And I feel 10 times better. I have more energy. I have more health just flowing through me. And it's been wonderful for me. So I'm excited to see where I can grow and go with the Shred next month and following it a little bit more closely, seeing that it's not something that's brand new to me this next time around. And then just kind of seeing where I can go with the business itself as well. It's been life-changing so far, and it's only been 2 months. So I'm excited to see where I'll be in like a year, 2 years, So, yeah.
That's freaking awesome. I'm so excited for you. The Shred is a freaking game changer. And so just to kind of share a little bit about what that is. So for 10 days, instead of focusing on shredding weight, we focus on shredding unhealthy habits. And so what we do is over 10 days, it's a 4-month program, but with a 10-day restart. And so at the beginning of every month for 10 days, we eliminate really unhealthy habits. So we cut out gluten, we cut out dairy, we cut out processed sugar and processed foods. We stay away from alcohol and caffeine. And I get it, those two are tough depending on where you go or both, but it's just a weekend and it's just 10 days. And then you just flood your body with all of this amazing nutrition, whole food nutrition, plant nutrition. You incorporate some of these plant powders that we were talking about, as well as the shakes. So you get your micro and your macro nutrition. And it is incredible what your body does when you're actually giving it the fuel, the oil, the gas, and getting rid of all that other junk. So it is freaking awesome. If you want more information, talk to the person who sent you this video. So we're going to transition because the product is freaking awesome, but what's even cooler is the company behind it. And so the company is Juice Plus, and I'm going to toss this over to Maria to talk a little bit more about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. And I love the stories that have been shared, Ashton and Abby. It's so cool to see your guys' transformations and for what's to come. Like you had said, Ashton, a year from now, 2 years from now, it's really crazy to think about where our health can be. And I love to relate that to also, it's awesome. We've got these incredible health transformations, but what about financially? Wouldn't it be cool to have that same transition with your financial picture? Because that gets me so freaking excited just to learn more about how I can help people to do that. And so really how our company works is it's only $50 a year to own your own virtual franchise. And I like to kind of relate it to kind of like an Amazon store. There's a huge company in Tennessee that ships out the product for you, collects the credit card information and all of that. And then what you do is you just tell people about it. You can send people a link, you can send people videos, things like that. You just share. You share your lifestyle every day. And so for myself, I'm vegan. I post recipes all the time. And then people ask me questions about my health. And so it's really easy to have that conversation with them about what they what they're looking for and what they do for their health. And so I got started with this mission about 3.5 years ago when I was actually a full-time college student. So what I love about this business too is that you can fit it in seamlessly wherever you're at in your life, because on a day-to-day basis, most of the time you have communication with at least one other human. And with social media, like, we're talking to so many people every single day. And so it's easy to just have conversations. And so because of this business, I actually was able to leave my home state of Missouri. I'd been living at home for a little bit after I graduated college. And I actually just left and decided to travel for, I think it'll be a total of 5 months of traveling, which has been so freaking incredible, because this right here, this is my office. This is all that I need. And I can do whatever, which is really cool, because it's so awesome that we don't have like territory restrictions. We don't have quotas to meet. We don't have glass ceilings that have to be broken. You get to decide how much you make, and you get to decide who you work with too. And that's really important to me, because there's been times where I didn't necessarily love who I was working with, but I love that every single day I get excited. And my team, they're seriously like my best friends. Like, when I think of my team, I picture this entire like tribe of people wearing avocado socks and like just hanging out because that's what we do, which is so awesome. And it's really fun to just bridge the gaps in people's finances, because this could be a secondary stream of income for you. It can be a new full-time stream of income for you, because it's a full-time income for me, which is really incredible. And so I'm super excited to pass it back over to Rachel, who also has some really exciting things happening in her life because of this business, because her financial picture has completely changed, which is incredible. So I'll pass it back over.
Thanks, Maria. It's incredible what this opportunity happens. Like Maria said, for me, this started out as a side hustle, and I'm slowly starting to learn that side hustle is the new job security. Like, if you're not having 2 or 3 sources of income, you're just not doing it right. And but when this came into my life, I had no idea what a side hustle was. To be honest, I didn't know what entrepreneurship was. I was totally the worker mentality. Like, to give a little background, I kind of joke around. Everyone knows there's like an American standard diet of food. I also think that there's an American standard diet of education. And by that, I mean, I did everything society told me to do. I went to high school. I took the AP classes. I got into the 4-year college. I got scholarships to the 4-year college. But that's still a lot of money. But it's okay. Society told me that if I was to get the degree, I would get the job that would pay off the debt. The fine print of that is that you pay it off within not 2 to 3 years. I wish. That'd be great. No, it's 10 to 20 years. And it's ridiculous. And that's even if you get a job. Plus, get a job in that you got your degree in. But I did that. I got the 4-year degree. I actually got 2. When it was time for me to graduate, I got the job that didn't require either one of them. So there I was, 23 years old, petrified for my future, guys. I was so scared that the next 40 years was going to be stuck at a desk. It was going to be living for the weekends because I was so exhausted after I got home. It would be living that 9 to 5 routine, which is really like a 45-hour work week if you think about like getting ready and commuting and all that kind of stuff. And then the biggest thing that that really just drove me nuts was that for the next 40 years, I would have to figure out how to travel and fit all of that in within 2 weeks. That was like the final straw. Like, I love traveling, guys. Last year I took 15 trips alone, and that's when I was doing this as my side hustle. So like, look out world when this is my full time. So to back up a little bit, my mom ended up throwing this business into my lap, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I was like, no, this is good for you. I don't want to do it, because I was so scared to talk to people. But once you get over yourself and you see what this can actually do for people, it is so easy, and it became a game changer. So this started as a side hustle for me, and last month I took this to be my full-time hustle. Like, I am doing this full-time, and it is so freaking exciting, and I'm so freaking pumped because my future has changed 180. It went from being very dark, isolated, alone, and fearful to the sky's the limit. And Maria is so right. Like, the people, this community, I joke around, like, if the product sucked and the business sucked, I'd probably still stay for the community because they're so good. I have best friends around the entire United States, and I'm planning on making that global because we're also international. I believe we're in 26 countries now, which is so cool. And like Maria was saying, it's all on your phone. So it goes where you want to go. And so this opportunity has just been a game changer. This nutrition has changed my life. The business has changed my life and this community. So we want to keep with all of the time that we have. We want to respect your time. And I want to just thank you guys so much for taking the time. I'm saying time a lot, but thank you so much for investing these 20 minutes with us. And if you're rewatching this, we thank you so much. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person who sent you this, and then we will see you out there.